Hello everyone. In this video, I'll be discussing about unpacking dictionaries in Python. So as we know that we have different types of data type in Python. We have numbers, like different types of numbers like integers and floats. Then we have strings. So the strings, list and tuples come under sequence data type. And then we have a special type of data type that is known as mapping data type. So dictionary is a mapping data type. So let's see how does it look like. Let's say I take a person variable where I have some data like first name, that is, let's say Charles, and last name we have as Darwin. So what is happening here? We are storing the details of a person inside a variable, and it is enclosed within curly braces. And we can see that each detail of the person is stored as a key value pair. Here, this first name is known as a key and this Charles is known as a value. So it is a key value pair. So we have two key value pairs in this person dictionary. Now, in this video, what I want to talk about is how to unpack the values present inside this dictionary. So what do we mean by unpack? Unpacking means separating the contents of the data type, data structure. So in this dictionary, I want to separate this part and this part. So if you're not familiar with unpacking, you can go through my other video where I have discussed about unpacking the sequence data types in Python. Whose link I will share in the video description of this video. Okay. So here I want to separate these items or key value pairs. So what do I do for that? For that, before going into that, we should know how does this dictionary data type work. So here I don't need to access this first name or last name. What I need to access is I will need the details of the person. So that means the details of the person is the first name is Charles and last name is Darwin. So if I want to print Charles, so what do? I print person followed by a pair of square brackets, and inside that within strings I write, within quotes I write first name, and in the same way I need to write last name. So let us see what output do I get. Oh, py1.py. So here I got Charles and Darwin in the output. So this is how we can access the values or the access the data or the information present inside the key value pair. So here what we are printing is we are printing the value using this key. The first name key is mapped to this Charles string. The last name key is mapped to the Darwin string. That's why a dictionary is known as a mapping data type, because these are mapped to each other. The keys and values are mapped to each other. Okay, now let us come back to our point where we were trying to separate the contents or the items of the dictionary. So for that, what we need to do is we need to unpack the values. So how do we unpack the values? So here we can do something like this. A comma B is equal to person. If I do like something like this, what will happen is the the keys of the dictionary will be assigned to A and B. Now here, let me check the A and B. Print A and print A and print B. So what do I get in the output? I can see that I'm getting the first name and last name keys of the dictionary, right? So this way, if the person dictionary is having 100 key value pairs, I can separate the keys in this way. And please note that we are only separating the keys, not the values. To access the values, we have to use the previous method that we used just now. Okay. Now here, one thing to be noted is the number of variables that I'm using here must be exactly equal to the number of key value pairs we have. That is the number of keys we have. Okay. So if I write here A comma B comma C and try to run this code, what will happen is it is throwing an error. It is throwing a value error saying not enough values to unpack. Expected 3 but got 2 because the number of variables is 3 but the number of keys is only 2. In the same way, if I have less variables here, let's say a comma b, and I have another field here or another key value pair as age, and I write 55, what will happen now? Again, I will get an error, a value error saying too many values to unpack. So there are 3 values and we are trying to unpack them and put it into 2 variables. So again, this is not possible. If there are 3 keys, we have to put it in 3 variables, right? So this is how the unpacking works. Now, let us see what we can do with this. So here I have just separated the keys. We are getting only the first name and last name. We are not getting Charles and Darwin. So if I want to access or print this Charles and Darwin, instead of printing print A, I should do person followed by square bracket as I have shown you earlier. So instead of writing first name, I can write A because first name is stored in A and last name is stored in B. So I can write here person of B. So now let us see the output. When I save this and run the file, I get Charles and Darwin in the output. So this is how we can access the values of a dictionary after unpacking the keys, right? Now this way, what we can do is we can also unpack the values in a separate way, in a different manner. The second approach is using the unpacking operator. Now, instead of doing this, what will happen? The main disadvantage of this thing is that uh, here we need to think about the number of properties present here, the number of key value pairs. If there are 5 pairs, we need to take 5 variables here. Let's say we don't know how many key value pairs are there, then we will be in a very big problem. We'll be in a very big we'll be in a situation where we don't know how many values are there and we will fail to unpack the values, right? So in that case, what do I do is I have a better approach for that. We use the unpacking operator. Now, if you go through my other video where I have covered the unpacking of sequence data types, you will see that I am using a star operator or the asterisk operator, which we normally use for multiplication. But when I use that asterisk operator with sequence data type, it works as a unpacking operator. In the same way, here also we have one unpacking operator. Instead of a single star, we need to use double star or 2 asterisks. So let us see how do we do that. Using that, let me try to create a copy of this dictionary. So let me take a variable p is equal to, I put curly braces like this, and I use double star person. So what will happen? This double star person will separate the key value pairs. And we have seen one more thing using that multiple assignment, whatever I was doing a comma b. In that situation, what I was doing is I was getting only the keys. To access the Charles and Darwin, again, I had to do person of A, person of B, right? But using this approach, we don't need to get the values separately. Here, what will happen? This double star person, using this, what I'm doing is I'm unpacking it. So what will happen? These 2 key value pairs will get separated and they will be put inside curly braces. So it will end up creating another dictionary which will be stored in P. Now let me try to print the P. So if I print the P, what do I get in the output? I get another dictionary which is having the exact same key value pairs present in the person dictionary, right? So this P is a copy of the person dictionary. Now, what more we can do using this unpacking operator is that we can add a new key value pairs to the existing dictionary. So let me try to do something. Let me write here. Uh, this double star person means we are separating both the key value pairs and putting them inside curly brace. Now let's say I want to add a new key value pair. Let's say age. So what do? I just put a comma here and then I put age in quotes. So I'm creating a key value pair age 55. So this is the key value pair I want to add after the star person. So that means after these two key value pairs, I want to add this new key value pair, right? So if I save this and run the code, I get a new dictionary where first name, last name, as well as age 55 key value pair is also present. So this way I can add a new uh, key value pairs to a dictionary. Fine. And it is your wish what you want to do. If you put this thing to the, sorry, if you put this thing to the front, let's say age 55, if I put this here at the front, it will come at the front. So we get something like this, age 55, first name, last name. So your way you want to put it, right? Okay. Now, next thing that I want to show you is we can also merge two dictionaries using this unpacking operator. So for that, let me take another dictionary where I have the details. Details is equal to, so let's say age is 55. So this is another dictionary I am creating, age 55, and country, let's say United Kingdom. So now what I want to do is I want to merge these two dictionaries into one single dictionary. That means I want a dictionary with 4 key value pairs, right? So how do I do that? Again, the unpacking operator will help us. We'll unpack these two dictionaries and put them into a single dictionary. So let us see how do I do that. I will say something like uh, P is equal to, I'll put curly braces, and then I will write star star person, which will give us the two key value pairs of person dictionary, comma, star star details, which will give us the two key value pairs of the details dictionary, and will be mixed together into a new dictionary P. So if I now print the P, what do I get? If I now print a P, I get a big dictionary which contains first name Charles, last name Darwin, age 55, country United Kingdom. So it has all the key value pairs present in the two dictionaries that were provided, right? That's it. That's it for the session. Here we have learned about the unpack. How do we unpack dictionaries in Python? Thank you and keep watching to learn more.